Hello everyone. We're back here in the studio today. We're going to be treating it as like a maintenance session, I'll call it today. So just seeing what's going off. If there's any craziness, we'll look to get on top of it straight away. You said that recently you've had a couple of good rounds, a couple of bad rounds.
Yeah.
Won a doubles match the other day, which was really good. Not to put in from about 1,000,000 miles away at last hole.
Yeah.
Always good way to end it.
Lucky.
So yeah, let's have a look what's going off. So we're just in a few drivers here. One thing that we've noticed is that you've adopted like a slightly slower tempo.
Yeah.
So it definitely seems a little bit smoother. It doesn't appear as though you're losing loads of club head speed, but I definitely think you're gaining a bit of control with it, which is quite good. Carry-wise, we've been seeing it within the realms of like 230 to 240. I think when you ramp it up, as we know from them two driver sessions we did ages ago, there's definitely potential for it to go 260, 270, but it's when direction becomes a problem then, isn't it? And there has been an odd couple where you've just left face open, but like that shot that you've just hit there, way much more controlled.
Yeah, I tried to.
Strikes are good as well. One thing you mentioned to me off camera was that you're still adopting the feeling of trying to hit it out of the heel to make it more centred.
That's what I tried to do, yeah.
Good. A little bit heely that time. So that's always going to accentuate that left to rightness. I seem to think if it were a more centred strike that time, it'd have been a straight flight. That's it. On the edge of fairway, weren't it?
Yeah. That's the thing, if you're trying to go a bit steady, it seems to be.
It's 90 dispersion, isn't it? One that you just got to watch out for, the one crazy one you get now, just that low strike and hit that top one. There's so much less chance of it going wrong, isn't it?
No, yeah. And when I do it, I found the other day that, because my confidence started building, I did start getting a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
And that's when I weren't like,
wilder again.
I weren't a mile behind. Close club face with your iron,
Yeah.
it makes sense. With this, it feels like I'm going to hit it like that.
Got you. Have you hit a couple when you know, you say it feels like you're doing that, but have you tried it in a couple where...
I feel like I'm going to hit it like that.
Yeah.
Try it instead.
It's a bit of a low strike.
That would make me feel like I'm proper winning.
Yeah, so it's never like disastrous really, is it? The guy that I talked just before you, then Tony, you were a proper slicer, so everything I'm getting him to do is along them lines, and it was like, he says, oh, I really feel like I'm hitting this and it's 45-degree shot. He says, no, you're nowhere near.
That one maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely felt that one.
Felt better. Just a little eye, strike line. Good though.
That means stop thinking, just
Smooth the one thought, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at this club then. Is this a Cobra, same as Woods?
Yeah.
Hybrid. What loft have we got?
19, I think.
So it's like a 3 hybrid replacement, yeah. And what are you saying has been happening with this one when you've been using it?
I just can hit it, lazy it right a little bit and stuff like that, or
Okay.
just want a bit more confidence with it.
Got you.
So really.
Cool. So just before you hit this one then, so one things that we've noticed, or a couple of things that we've noticed with hybrid, strikes on the most part are really good. The bad one is if it goes a little bit low, isn't it? From the new tempo idea that you've been using, your faces are seen a lot squarer now. I feel like you've really cut out the crazy one. And you said off camera you've not really employed the new tempo with this club, and that might be why.
Irons either.
Right.
We just drive how we're doing it.
Right.
It just seems to keep me in play a lot better. And
Knowing that you don't lose that much distance as well, I think it's... You've got plenty of speed naturally, haven't you? So I think if you can just use your tempo idea to creep in that element of control. So you're saying you're going at this one a bit more just to see what results you get?
Yeah, like it's our normal trying to.
See, even that one, you know, that looks smoother and slower than previous swings. I think you've gone definitely more slower and more languid.
It seems to be working a bit better.
Definitely. Face just open a fraction on that one, weren't it? So you start going after it and then face starts to creep open again? Yeah.
I think as soon as I try and put power into it, I'm
just leave that face open, don't you? Yeah. That extra time that your slower tempo's giving you, I definitely think you're allowing yourself to sway club face up or close it a bit more now. That's better. Perfect. That's an idea. Cracking club that. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, well, it chews up some yardages this time, doesn't it? You know, if you don't get off at tee right well or whatever, and I've got something that I can be confident to hit 200 yards to get me up there.
Yeah. They're good out of them gnarly lies as well, aren't they?
Definitely, yeah.
I know that them baffler rails that's on them, they used to be a big thing a few years ago, didn't they?
You don't feel like you have to like try and bray a four iron out that roof or whatever. You just can't do it.
Well, like at Lofton, with how small heads are on irons nowadays, it's just hard, isn't it? Whereas that, alt weight sitting back, the really high launching. Right, so we've just worked his way through the bag. We're onto some irons now. One thing that we noticed, we're still employing this like 90% slower tempo swing. We did just get a few funky strikes though, and it seems as though as soon as strike deviates away from middle, that's what's causing massive distance drop-offs, isn't it? Yeah. So, and one strike that we did see that were quite common, which was a Matt first strike. The reason why we're out here now is so that Andy can see whereabouts his divots are. I like to come onto grass range when we're looking at iron strikes, especially high and low as well. So let's see how we get on with a few of these. And then hopefully, if we start to see divots behind the ball, we can then move it forward. Pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
Seemed it. So there we go. That was quite good. That I quite enjoyed working through bag then and seeing what's going on. You surprised me how good you hit that hybrid.
Yeah, I was surprised at that.
And I think the 90% slower swing speed is definitely allowing you to deliver squarer club faces and hit it straight, isn't it? So, good that. Go on, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say I'll try and carry on with that and not get carried away.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be easy for you as soon as you get back onto the course to want to ramp it up a little bit, innit? But just try and hold it off. You know that you hit it 240, 250 with driver even with a slow swing, don't you? So, cool. Next port of call for me and Andy's going to be chipping. We definitely spend a bit of time round green. Until then, don't use those likes, share, subscribe. See you next one. Later. Bye.